How much do we hold on to that I'll see you again? It's a dualistic statement. I'm fond of those. Just like something you could put on a ring, write on a circle, and read it in more than one way. All magical things I desire. I desire all magical things. How much do we hold on to that we would see one another again? I mean that in two ways, at least. How much do we hold on to the notion that we would see another person again? There are people in our lives that we might expect to see again, and we just don't. Sometimes it's an estranged family member, and other times it's a friend that is gone too soon or unexpectedly. I'm thinking of people I'm remembering. There are people that have gone that I remember. Somebody recently passed away that I did not know well. We had these wonderful, great conversations, and then I got a picture of the person I was speaking to, and I recognized the face. It was somebody I had seen around town, and I was really intimidated because I knew this person was so recognizable, and I was not from that town. It's actually a small city, and that person had grown up in the area, and I was intimidated by the reputation that this person had. But I really connected with the person. It was beautiful conversations, and I never forgot that he was struggling with custody of one of his children, and he met someone and had a child with that person and seemed to be happy, got custody of his other child, and he got married, and then got cancer and died of it. And it's just weird. We know people often in our lives that we never see again. They disappear. I can think of somebody who was close to my family, somebody who was important in my life, and she was weird. She was bizarre. She definitely had some issues that she became obsessed with the issues and burdened by them and weighed down by them to the point that I think she lost a lot of her friends because she needed to let go, change her perspective, see what life had to offer for her future going forward instead of dwelling on the pain that she had experienced. But everybody experiences grief in their own way. I still maintained contact with her until I discovered she was propagating rumors about me, and I felt really betrayed. I always thought that I would see her again, speak with her again, but I never had that opportunity, and she passed away. I can think of somebody else who was so kind to me as a child, a family friend who must have been such a compassionate man when my parents were struggling, not to just come forth and say, I'm your friend, let me know what you need, but to actually make travel plans to be with them, to be with my family, in order to help ease the burden of the strife and the struggle that faced our family at the time. But for me personally, I was either stuck in a hospital or stuck in a hotel room while my parents were making important decisions. And this friend of my parents traveled to the location where my family was, another state, And I'm such a slow speaker. He drew pictures with me, and I kept some of those illustrations for a long time. He took me to, I don't know that I would say museums. He took me to SeaWorld or someplace like that. He took me out. He took me to do kid stuff because I was a child. And it was a very confusing time for my family, but it was also a very confusing time for me. And I never forgot the kindness and generosity of his heart, the things he did for my family and for me during that time. And I regret never stepping up to thank him as an adult before he passed. I really regret that. I think that we hold on to this notion that we will see people again. So I think I'm suggesting that if you consider people in your life as insignificant to the point that it wouldn't matter whether or not you were to see them again, then why is that person in your life right now? Why are you giving them your energy? Kitties are crazy. And if somebody is in your life, a part of your life currently, and you were to never see them again, would you do anything differently? The little monster's got to go up the tower. Sorry about that. Yeah, so if there are people in your life that you appreciate and value, is there anything that you would say to them? Anything that you would want to convey to them if you were to never see them again? So that's the first way to take on, I guess. I can also think of things that I hold on to about people. It's another way to take the statement. There is somebody in my recent past I can think of that displayed toxic tendencies in a friendship, and there is one word, it's just one word, and if I can hear that person say that word in my head, it reminds me of just how toxic that person was in my life. And also a phrase. That's it. But I'm holding on to those things as a reminder to myself of why that person isn't healthy in my life. And there are some people, because I cut out a lot of people in my life, that I know that I need to spend some time thinking about what about these people am I holding on to that would be symbolic of a grudge, maybe, or if I'm holding on to them within, in my mind, in my thoughts, in my heart, what exactly am I still holding on to if there is discord between us? Because, if I never saw that person again, would I feel any remorse for withholding my love and my kindness to said individuals? Holding on. Oh, right. And then there are the people that leave us. Usually, I was going to say too early, but really it's more of a surprise. Suddenly. Because if you know someone is ill in a hospital, for example, you know that they're struggling with some kind of disease, there's ample time, usually, to decide whether or not to reach out to that person and to make amends, or to let certain things be water under the bridge, or to revitalize a bond by sharing stories of your past, memories of things you've done together, ways that you connected. But when somebody disappears suddenly, what is there to hold on to? And when it comes to someone you valued in your life, whose life is maybe cut too short, what do you hold on to? And how? Sometimes you can hear a person's laugh. The laughter is specific to that person, or it's a gesture they made that is like a signature to the person. And sometimes it's a phrase, something that the person often said. I can think of a few people that I'm remembering their spirit, certain memories, but eruptive laughter was a good one. I think I just wanted to bring that up, bring to my viewers' attention at whatever time you're seeing this video, just as a topic of discussion. What do you hold on to? Is it a happy memory, a gesture, something that's specific to a person? Or is it some form of wound or resentment? What do you hold on to for the people that you would expect to see again? And is there anything there that you would change? The portal to every next level is through the parts of yourself that you avoid. That was a message that was revealed to me today. I am going to draw from the Starseed Oracle, just a card for the moment, for the energy. I don't know what that was. I saw it on camera. It's giving me goosebumps. Too young. Completely random. But I smile because I have beautiful memories of this person, their character, their eruption of love in a moment when they were present in that moment. You can feel it. All right, we get cards that fell to the floor. The floor cards. I take them, yeah. I did not bring my reading glasses, however. We have one card called Earthed. It says learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. And the other one is lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. I will read both of these cards. But first I have to find them in the book. Yeah. Earthed, learning to be human in the world, but not of it. The challenge for all souls having a human experience is to be in the world, but not of it. To realize they are souls having a human experience and be fully conscious of it. To have their soul fully embody their body. People's personalities tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. Those who lean toward transcendence have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. They yearn for a personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. They're envious of the angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars than on earth. Those who tend toward immanence have attached themselves more to earth and their body. They spend more time thinking about things in the physical world rather than connecting with the heavens or their own mystical inner worlds. Being a fully embodied soul having a human experience means finding the balance between transcendence and immanence, being in the world but not of it. Most star seeds are drawn toward transcendence. They're more comfortable with the angels and the heavens. Life on earth can be more difficult for them. If this is you, You're being reminded that you chose to be a soul in a body on earth, and you're being called to focus more of your energies in the physical world to learn how to be human, a soul in a human body, fully present to what life on earth has to offer you. And the Starseed Soul Inquiry asks, do you tend to long for the stars or be more in the physical? How can you find greater balance between the two? I'm being drawn back to one of the lines. Being more comfortable with the angels in the heavens. Life on earth can be more difficult for them. Well, I want to suggest that you're also being reminded that there is a transcendence, because the spirit is never gone. It may dissipate, re-embody, but I believe the spirit, it always exists. This other card, lifting the veil. Questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. Things aren't always as they seem. This era is one of uncovering mistruths so we can remember ancient truths. Everything is in a state of recall and realignment. Anything that isn't in harmony with the planet will not survive. This goes for society and the world at large, as well as in our own lives. If you pull this card, you're being called to energetically scan your life for things that may no longer be a vibrational match for who you are and how you've grown. To dismantle the systems and ways of being that once served you and others, but no longer do. Some starseeds are here to lift the veil between the seen and unseen worlds, to shine a light on things that are inauthentic or unaligned with the survival and well-being of Earth. I do believe that is the time into which we are currently stepping. To stand for and protect those who don't have a voice, to look deeper and question everything that previous generations did not. Some starseeds cannot tolerate things that aren't congruent. They're here to bring society and humanity back into harmony with the planet and the Creator at large. If we tolerate things in our life that aren't aligned and congruent with it, we add to the misalignment of the planet. That's a good reminder. You're being called to trust yourself. Notice what's out of alignment and then take the baby steps required to bring it back into harmony. This is no easy feat, but it's worthwhile, both individually and for the planet. The Starseed Soul Inquiry asks, what isn't congruent in your life? How are you being called to bring it back into harmony? And this is the booklet that comes with the deck. I don't know. I like the deck. I think it's pretty, but I'm not sure that those are the cards that I would have chosen for the topic. But these are the cards that came out. Yep, so just some things to reflect upon. What are you holding on to? And I think the less we hold on to, especially when it comes to hurt and resentment, well then the more fluidly we can move through our lives, and the easier we will find it to be present in the moment, present to enjoy the company of ourselves as well as the company of others, as long as we are doing so with authenticity. Thank you for coming to my channel, Compass Starlight.